All right, we are live. Today is Thursday, August 8th, and it is time for the live. This is Beyond Cancer with Marina Blackford. Welcome. If you're new here, I would love to see you comment and say hello. I do 2 lives a month, and I just love the lives. So I'm planning some content for the channel. I haven't done a lot of edited content in the last couple months because it's been summer and I was taking a summer, break to just be with my family and also complete a coaching program I'm doing that will help me help people more. So, I took a little break from editing videos, but the lives continued because they are, first of all, they're the easiest because I don't have to go back and edit them. But most of all, it brings connection for me to you and to get our questions answered and feel supported on your journey. So, first comment, Keisha, hello. Thank you for the comment. Yay, love it. Awesome. All right. So, if you're new to the lives, first of all, I highly recommend you leave a comment or ask a question because that it really is what the lives are about. This is for you. This isn't about me just talking about myself the whole time. But if you have questions, I'd love to help you. So go ahead and put those on if you want. And I will just comment on my most recent edited videos that I did put on the channel. I had 2 videos, and again, I took a little summer break, and so I had other videos that I was like, "I'll put a vlog on there. I'll put an update with what I have going on, that I'm learning about coaching so I can help people." Hi, Karen. Hello. And instead, my edited videos were I felt a lump, and here's what I would do. And I just think it's really important to share that as a two-time breast cancer survivor. And I am BRCA1, which is a genetic mutation on the breast cancer gene. It puts me at high risk for breast cancer and ovarian, and having triple negative breast cancer, an aggressive form of breast cancer. Um, I would be the first person to tell you that fear could be a part of my life all the time. And I'll also be honest in telling you that I don't think about having cancer reoccurrence a lot. I just don't. I am a person, it does enter my mind, but I think I'm always focused on just living life, just living life for me and my family and enjoying it. That's your right as a cancer survivor to live a life that you want to live even through treatment. Even though it's hard to do it through treatment, almost now setting the intention of what do I want to do with my life? Is there someone I haven't talked to in a while that I need to? Is there something I always wanted to do and I just keep putting it off? Is there a way I can start to plan to make it happen? Maybe it can be your celebration for when you're done with treatment. I did a lot of that stuff during and after treatment, and it helped me get through so much. So, anyways, before I go off on too much of a tangent, Danielle, hello. So I just believe so much in this journey. It is a cancer journey, life's a journey. Um, but when you've been told you have cancer, it's almost like you need to step into your life more. And if you don't, that's okay, but it helps eliminate that fear. That's what I have found. I feel like having purpose in my life helps me get rid of the fear of what if cancer comes back. So, I shared, hello. Um, hello to Basana's Good Life. Oh, there you go. That's exactly what we're talking about. Living that good life, living your life. Um, so I found a lump and it was random, and I was just driving and I was doing exactly this with my right hand. I had like my right hand above my right shoulder, just kind of feeling around. And these words, check for a lump, were in my brain because I will be working with the Check for a Lump Foundation here at Phoenix. I'm really excited about that. And I just felt this lump and I was like, what is that? It felt very much like a little nodule move around. So here's the steps that I took and I shared it in those videos. But um I just knew I had to make a phone call to my cancer center. So I called, left a message for my team, my oncologist or her nurse, and I didn't get a follow-up within a day, which is what they say they will do. So then you have to be your own advocate and call again and, make sure that you talk to somebody within like 48 hours if there's a concern like that. So I did, and they got me in. They were going to do a physical exam and then scheduled an ultrasound, which is really what you need if you're going to look at something. Um, I don't do mammograms because I've had breast reconstruction. I do yearly breast MRIs at this point. So, anyways, they got me in for an ultrasound and looked at it with 2 ultrasound machines, and I saw the image with my doctor, and he's like, "I can barely see it, but what I can see, it's not concerning." Now, here's why I'm bringing this up, because a couple people have asked. Real quick, I'll say, "Hi, Crystal." A couple people have asked, "You didn't do the biopsy, why not?" And I agree most of the time. If there is something in breast tissue that looks concerning through a mammogram, then an ultrasound, the most likely next step is to do a biopsy. It's the only way to know for sure if there are cancer cells growing or not. And I have done biopsies, right? I've done them twice because I had cancer twice, breast cancer twice. This area that I'm feeling that had this little lump, it's not technically breast tissue. It's near my shoulder muscle. The reason I was concerned is because I had a recurrence on my left side near my ribs under my armpit to the left of a breast implant. So I have had recurrence in areas that are not technically like your breasts, like very obvious. But this is such a different area, but close enough to breast tissue that I thought I should have it checked. So, and actually, since I've had it checked, it's very hard to find. So I don't know what that's about, but I do continue to get my breast MRIs, and I do get screened by a ctDNA test from Signatera, and that is circulatory tumor DNA testing. It's blood work that's done, sent to a lab where they create a tumor panel in your blood, a tumor panel of what your past tumor was, and compare it to your current blood work. And they are looking for any circulatory tumor DNA in your blood. And you'll get a result of positive or negative, and then you can go from there. And I have had that test done multiple times now. I'll have it done again next week, I think, actually, and then again in February. So I'm having that blood work done on a regular basis and checked. So again, more than blood work. It requires a third party company separate from your cancer center usually, and they will check your blood. So I'm also having that done, and that's very empowering for me right now. It feels very um peace of mind. And if I were to get a negative result, we would take the steps. We would do the scans. I would dive into my holistic stuff that I'm already doing, right? Lots of nutrients, juicing, carrots, oranges. That's what I currently have on my to-do list. Um lemon, garlic, all this anti-cancer food, right? Just I would take control of my life, and I'm trying to do that every day regardless. So that is what I have done for my lump. All right, let's go to your questions. Elise says, "Hi, Marina. Love your positivity on continuing to live life. Thank you. You feel me." Yes. Um, in Upsana, I wanted to share this. Says, "I am triple negative breast cancer, 4-year survivor." Oh, I love hearing that. That gives people so much hope to hear your stories. So thank you. Irene puts lots of little hearts emojis. Teresa, "My 39-year-old daughter was diagnosed with triple positive invasive ductal carcinoma, breast cancer, with metastasis to lymph nodes 2 months ago. She just had her third chemo yesterday. I pray your daughter does well, Teresa. I'm so happy you're here on behalf of her because my chemo tips are very, very valuable for people going through chemo. As somebody that's been diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma, um, I know what it's like to go through chemo, and I hope all my tips can help her. The biggest thing with chemo is managing nausea, fatigue, and neuropathy. That's what I found. And I'm really excited to continue to share tips that will help people on their cancer journey. So even though I am 3 years 3 years out from chemo, I still have tips to give you guys. You can go back and watch videos, but I'm excited to record new videos because there are new products coming out that could help people on their cancer journey. And I think it's valuable information to share for people. So I will share more about that in an upcoming tip video. I do my research, because I get contacted by different products that could help people, but I only share products that are grounded in research. So I'm excited to share one that will help people on their chemo journey very soon. So meanwhile, just, do all the things that you could be doing, staying hydrated, resting, and moving your body, a nice balance. I think the biggest thing that got me through my cancer journey each time was being able to listen to my body. And remember, your body is always trying to tell you something. And so if something seems wrong or off, you get it checked. And if you're going through treatment, if something seems just off. Talk to your medical team. Are you feeling too bloated? Your steroid could be adjusted. Are you feeling very nauseous? They can try a different anti-nausea medication, and you can use the products that I link on my Amazon store here on my channel. Okay, so I did an anti-nausea wristbands. I had some ginger that I would have, ginger tea. I would drink that before going to chemo and after. So do all the things that can help you by listening to your body. Really, really pay attention. If there's, one big tip I could give you, it's that. It's really being in tune with your body. And that goes with what to eat as well. That one could be tricky, if you had a sweet tooth before and you're like, oh man, I still just have a sweet tooth during treatment. We really want to avoid added sugar in our diet. It is ideal to minimize that. The biggest product with added sugar is soda or sugary drinks. So if that's something you can modify, I would really try. And you can get your sugar fix from fruit. Fruit is okay during treatment, as long as it's washed and you're enjoying it, especially if it's a seasonal fruit. Right now, I have watermelon chopped up. I've been snacking on it for 2 days. It is so hydrating. So, really lean into stuff like that can help you feel better as opposed to making you feel better for like a little bit and then making you feel worse later in the day. You have to kind of think of what you're consuming in that sense. It might be super satisfying in the moment. Don't get me wrong. Like I've had my ice cream, you got to have the cone times or whatever, but to minimize it, to really pay attention to, is it making me feel better though? And if it's not, it might be something you really have to start to work out of your diet, especially during treatment. All right. More comments. Yay. I'm so excited. You have to excuse a little bit of the congestion. The kids are back to school, so we are on and off of just riding the germ wave over here, whatever you want to call it. Oh man, gosh, I love kids though. They're so cute. Oh, okay, Alice. Hi, Marina. Love your positivity. Oh, we did that. Thank you. All right, Amy Lee. I love to see you on here. Good morning, regular subscriber. Amy Lee says, "Good morning. I just had my double mastectomy on Monday. Oh, wow. I'm sore. I'm sure you are. It's really hard not being able to do anything for myself. Glad I am awake for your live. I'm so glad you're awake too. Sending you some healing vibes. That's a very big surgery to have a double mastectomy, to have breast tissue removed on each side. It usually feels like you've been in a car accident and the seatbelt just jerked you across your chest and you can't lift up your arms. Okay, that's what it felt like for me, and it was like that for probably a week, and then I couldn't stand not doing stuff for myself, so I would slowly start to do more things, like, I'm gonna walk to the kitchen, and I'm gonna put some snacks on a plate, whatever it is, like, slowly add in the things. It'll make you feel better, but it'll also actually help you to start moving a little bit. Um, yeah, I'm just thinking of you. I do have videos on here under surgery playlist on my channel of some tips for breast surgeries. Irene, great. You can now get blood tumor marker tests. I hope it becomes more advanced. The fact that it's available now, Irene, is so great. I mean, this is something that wasn't around a couple years ago, and not mainstream. So, yes. Yeah, I think it's going to help a lot of people get screened, and ultimately have more peace of mind, I hope. Because it's just it's drawing some blood. It's so easy on our behalf. It's not another mammogram, and I'm not against mammograms because that's how we can find a lump and see if it's concerning, right? I had one done before my first cancer journey. But it is radiation and it is like uncomfortable. And it's like, gosh, do we want to get a mammogram every 6 months? Like, no, I don't. I would opt for the MRI, but then it's getting insurance to pay for the MRI and all the things. This is a blood work test. Ask your oncology team about it. Jenny Young, thanks for all your tips. Went through 5 months chemo, lumpectomy, just finished up 6 weeks of radiation for ER, PR, positive, HER2 negative, invasive ductal carcinoma. Isn't it crazy how we learn all of the things about our cancer, or we don't have to call it our cancer, but all the things about our tumor? It's like there's so much to know. There's so many types of breast cancer. Anyways, working with PT for minor neuropathy in my foot. Oh, I'm so glad you're working with PT. Another secret sauce to chemo or cancer treatment is PT. I had to seek this out the first time. I'm like, hello, is like, should I be going to physical therapy? So you have to be your own advocate. But I feel like they're integrating it more and more into the treatment plan for people. So physical therapy can help with neuropathy after chemo. It can help with range of motion after breast surgery, especially mastectomy or double mastectomy. So really take advantage of all the benefits given to you. I think it'll help you gauge where you're at so you can improve and then have resources, of exercises to go back to. When we talk about fear and what we can do to move forward on our journey, this is how you do it, by empowering yourself with the knowledge of you do have some control in this. I mean, when I was told I had to do chemo, I chose to do it with triple negative breast cancer, and I have no regrets on that. But there's just so many symptoms to manage, and you feel out of control. You mean they're going to look at you and tell you you'll probably lose your hair unless you cold cap, or you're going to lose your breasts if you are BRCA, if the tumor is that concerning. So it's just, you can start to spiral in what they call loops, right? Life is kind of like that, either in your negative loop or positive loop. And to stop that spiral is taking control of what you can control: food, exercise, mental health, talking to somebody, showing up here to this live so you feel like you're in a safe space with other survivors. I think it's very empowering, and I'm just so happy that I can provide a space for that. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so you don't miss when the lives are. And I just encourage you guys to be here and refer anybody that needs help on their journey. I love it. I am a cancer coach. I have kind of paused my coaching one-on-one right now while I finish my life coaching program. So I will be offering more cancer coaching options if it's one-on-one or group. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm just happy I can be of service through these lives. So this is one way you can help yourself. Jenny Young, it's a wild ride, girl. Yes, it is. I thought I would be so relieved to be through all the treatments, but I think all the emotion is just now hitting me, which seems so odd. Thank you for saying that, Jenny. That is why I'm still here making videos and I'm still here doing the lives 3 years after treatment. For most people, they want to run away from cancer, by the way. I've had so many people be like, I just don't want to talk about it anymore. I get that. But I am able to do this because I realize how much how much it hits you after treatment. And it's kind of surprising. Like, you ring that bell and then you're just supposed to just go on and like come back in 3, 6 months, a year, whatever it is. And it's a weird feeling because during active treatment, you've gone to appointments, you feel cared for, you're being seen by a team. And then when it's all done, that's when you have to sit with your emotion. You're not seeing all these medical providers anymore. Nobody's checking blood work weekly anymore. So there is a process to survivorship. And maybe that's something that I meant to really hone in on for people is how to be a survivor. I have some videos on it. Actually, I have a playlist called Survivorship. You can find that here on my channel. Check out some of those videos, Jenny, on I literally have one titled like how to be a survivor. And I just think it's important to talk about. So I encourage you to look at that video. I will link it in the description down below when this video is available for playback. All right. Natalie, I had my double mastectomy yesterday. Oh my God, so many surgeries this week, guys. Wednesday, just resting, hearing your live podcast. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I would have loved to have this available when I had my surgery. So I'm so happy I can do that for you ladies. Um, yeah, I've been there and it's a lot of rest. It's a weird feeling. Just really, really this first week, rest, rest, rest. Take your pain meds, drink your water, you know, eat when you can. Post surgery is a little bit rough because you got to clear anesthesia out of your body, and that takes a good week at least. So just be, just love yourself right now. Love yourself. For me, it was hard to look in the mirror after surgery, but I knew it wasn't the end result. For me, I did reconstruction. That was good for me. And that's where I'm at. If you're not doing reconstruction, you find peace in knowing that you took control in a way, right? You had to do something, and this is what you've chosen to do. And I just hope that you find some peace in that, is what I'm trying to say. So thank you for sharing. Amy A. Hi, Marina. I'm considering having a hysterectomy or at least having my ovaries taken out because the Lupron shots and aromatase inhibitor is raising my blood sugar and cholesterol. Oh, man. See, this is it, guys. It's just the journey. I've had a hysterectomy, right? And my ovaries removed. I've had all of that done because I am BRCA1 and I wanted to really get rid of my ovarian cancer risk. So I can tell you that the surgery in my experience is, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It wasn't as hard as I thought it might be. The incisions are very small and the soreness only lasted a very short amount of time, I thought. That's not really the point though. The point is, and then there's symptoms to manage like menopausal symptoms after. You have a big decision to make, Amy. That's a really tough one. And this is where I feel like with when I coach clients, when I have coached clients, and I was going to say, maybe I include my link for you here. It is really where we have to figure out what's best for you. These scenarios are hard to make decisions based on other people's experiences. It's more about what are your risks? What are your symptoms? What are your benefits? Like this is such a personal thing. So I would just start asking questions to your doctor and figure out what's going to work best for you. Everyday Lori. I start chemotherapy Tuesday and I'm so many O's nervous. Oh, Lori. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm so happy you found my channel. My chemo tips videos will help you. And I will just say this, just communicate very well with your team when you're there. Get to know the nurses. They are the ones that are usually infusing your pre-med and then your chemo, things like that. Just tell them how you're feeling. Take your water, please, 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 so you hydrate through this process. And check out what's in my chemo bag video. I think those ones will be very helpful for you. Those will be very empowering with some things that can help you. So please check that out. Amy A. Oops. What's your thoughts on a hysterectomy? Okay. Hysterectomy. Yes, I've had it done. It was 3 small incisions. I had it done by a surgeon here in the Phoenix area that's done many. It's a very straightforward process. It really, really is. The biggest thing is if you're having it done because of a breast cancer risk, that they don't jump to putting you on hormones after, right? Like progesterone or something like that. If you're having night sweats or depression, they really don't want to put you on hormones because they want to keep your risk low. At least for me, because I was triple negative breast cancer. Well, I don't know if that's unique to the type of cancer I had, but so you'll have a hysterectomy. They won't jump to putting you on hormones. So you have to be able to manage symptoms of menopause carefully. It's it's doable. I did it and I don't really look back. I can tell you the one major benefit is not having monthly periods or menstruation, right? It's like fantastic. I don't have to pack anything when we go on vacation. I don't have to pack any pads, tampons, cups, anything. So there's that. Might as well take a positive from some of this, right, guys? All right, Amy Lee. Was a hysterectomy easier than the mastectomy? It was for me. Yes, it definitely was for me. I am supposed to have a hysterectomy as well because of the gene mutation. It was easier for me because the arm restriction is so much greater with the double mastectomy that you can't lift, you're very sore for a while, all of that. The hysterectomy, you also can't lift, but it's not like you can't lift because you're sore. You just don't lift heavy because you don't want to hurt anything that's healing. But after a couple days with the hysterectomy, I honestly felt pretty good. Like the day of surgery, pain, next couple days after, I felt much better than after removing breast tissue. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I planned to do kind of a short live today, unfortunately, just because I am congested and I didn't want to like be talking all stuffy with you guys, but I do want to remind you if you are watching this in playback and you did miss the actual live that I'll be live in 2 weeks from today. So on Thursday, August 22nd, same time, 9 a.m., YouTube live. You can come on and ask your questions and I'll continue to update you guys with me and what's going on and answer all your questions. Like I've been where you're at. I totally get it. I totally get it. And then look at me now. If you can't see this video and you're listening, I have hair that is past my shoulders and it's amazing. It's amazing, guys. We can come back from all of this and we can learn from it and we can pay it forward to other people. You don't have to be the breast cancer expert in your group of friends or family, but you never know. I think there'll be a way that you can pay back others someday. And it's going to be one of the things that'll kind of give you a little bit of strength. I hope that makes sense. So Crystal says, I hope you feel better. Thank you so much. And Amy says, thanks for what you do. Hope you feel better. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I will see you in 2 weeks and you all have a great day. Love you guys.